next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Tennessee Titans and the San Francisco 49ers. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're off from Levi's Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Here we go, set. 76, 19 Lions. Let's go.
Ward taken right to the air. Into the hands of the rookie from Minnesota. And the stop was made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him 13 on that play. And the Titans have a first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Let go. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Go! Viking 18. 70 Lions.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Get up.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
70 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, right?
Going running in with Jacobs. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Bang, bang.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's 3rd and even longer now.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
Ready?
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He throws a bullet to the center, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Xavier Watts picks it. And the 49ers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, in case they hadn't paid attention in the narrative this week, Brock, let that be their final reminder. This is the league's #1 defense they're facing this time.
Yeah, these guys got to the stadium early. You're number one. You're playing with confidence. You're playing with juice. And you're playing to take the ball away.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on first. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They gain 15 there. And that gives the 49ers the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Bronco 80.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Waited to his running back. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. In the red zone on first. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling out process for rushers and blockers. They can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Roger McCreary takes it away. And the Titans will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
Tennessee to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Scott, go.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
Shut up. Set go.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Set up.
They're throwing it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
There's no question, Kate, with the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Go. Ready.
Looking to throw here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, even with the to pick on that last drive, partner. He is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go, set. 19, start.
Throw here, third down. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Titans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right? 2 drives in, you still can't get your game plan at all. Not if series are going to keep ending prematurely. You don't want to be playing behind schedule right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
70.
Second and 10. Here's Ward to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
About set. This is third and 5.
Ready. Bronco 80. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Turning to Jenkins on third. Oh, he's trying to get away, but unable to do so. They catch him behind the line on third down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10.
Ready. Hot.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Got it. Ready.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5.
19. Come 19. Hut.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pass brought in. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Mustang 19. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let go.
Back to pass on first and 10. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll get it up to the 44. We've reached the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Levi Stadium right after this.
Ready, set.
We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at second and 3. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Throwing from the gun here. Take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Stephanie! 70 Lions! Cowboy 80!
Man in motion here.
Steady!
Running on first here, Jacobs. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down.
Flag! 19 Tiger! 19 Tiger! Ready, ready?
Shotgun snap now to Ward. It's his running back. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
No kicker out there, so instead of a 46-yard field goal effort, they're going for it.
Ready? Cougar 19! 19 Tiger! 19 Tiger!
4th down, here's Ward. He connects downfield. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans parlay the interception into points.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Extra point is up and good from Slide. And the Titans double their lead to 14.
49ers nothing. Joey Slide.
All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, here's a handoff. Up to the races, middle of the field. He will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers make it a 1-score game in the first half. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
49ers 7. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returnable from the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him.
Ready?
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hot, hot.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
25-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They stick with Jacobs. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there.
Say that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third down, and they need to get 10.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Let's go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Xavier Watts picks it. And the 49ers take over off their 3rd interception of this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Dumps it off to his running back. Driving across the 15-yard line. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Sanders connects on the point after. And the 49ers tie things up at 14.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return starts at the 3. Oh, he put him in a spin cycle. And he's out of bounds up across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10.
2. 60.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Steady.
2nd and 10 now. Ward setting up the screen. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Well, that was great timing. Great timing by the big fellas to get out in front of that screen. You could see it coming. Running back has the lineman in front of him to clear a little space. It was all about his athleticism after that.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready, right?
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
It's away, and not a great kick, angling right toward the sideline.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Set up. Let's go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They gain 11 on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll run here on first down. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Another carry for him. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture, and one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6.
Yeah.
I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More football from Levi's Stadium in just a moment. They break the huddle. It's second down now. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Third and just 2 to go. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Tennessee calling it second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
On the jump.
Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal.
Down. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Viking 18.
He's checking crack.
19 Lion. Get up.
He's going to throw it. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jason Sanders is set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Go. Cougar 19.
First down throw here for Ward. Too much lead on that throw. That ball's incomplete ahead of his target.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ready, break.
After the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
Get it. Viking 18. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Ward, a quick throw, complete. He dodged the tackle, and they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too.
Viking 18.
Throwing now on first down. Ward Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers getting back on his 6th interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Set. Cougar 19. Go.
Throwing from the gun. Dump off caught by his back. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here we go. Set.
Throw here on first. We've got a screen to the running back. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe, maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Let's go now.
Pass play now. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Comes up empty on that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So on 3rd down, they're going to go ahead and bring him out to try and get 3 here before the half. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Sanders sends it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
And with that one, you're going to see some salty, foul moves in that locker room. You hate all turnovers. But that one led to 3 points, and you hate those even more.
And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Deputy! Deputy Lions! Go!
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Escapes the defender. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18! Ready, ready! Get up!
Throwing off the play fake. That's it downfield, working the left. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Set! Ready!
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Well, you can see he gets the ball and he sees the defender waiting for him right on the edge. And at that point, dead on arrival. A good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay,
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go! Viking
second down run produces 7 before they bring him down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Go! 70 Lions!
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty.
Set! Steady!
They'll run here following the penalty. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Here we go, set! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles! Let's go!
Back off 2nd and goal. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Big play for this offense. It's 3rd and goal. 3rd and long for him here. Forced out to his right. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Sanders sends it through, and that pushes the lead up to 13.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10.
Go! 60 Eagles!
To the air with Ward. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Come on, set! 60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles!
Ward in the pistol. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Rick Martin making that play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play.
Tag! Viking 18! Go!
To the air on 3rd and long. Got TK, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
Got ready?
Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44.
Ready! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 60, Panther, alert, alert. Ready, ready?
Hand off to Jacobs. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
So close to a big loss of yards advantage for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Start. Next. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Gets him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Bronco 80.
1st and 10 here. Ward. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ready.
Now the shotgun give to Spears. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go. 70 Lions. Cougar 19.
Shotgun snap down to Ward. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down, Titans.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go. Panther 60. Panther 60. 70 Lions.
From the red zone now. Brought in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans start the 2nd half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Titans get it back to within 6.
27. Titans, 21. Joey Sly to kick off for Tennessee.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll go play action. Goes into the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
I I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
So we're through 3 here. It's 49ers football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Pearsall has it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 4 there. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Now looking to throw. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Okay, go ahead and pitch me. I think we just saw it. Not only a fullback getting a touch, but getting a double-digit gain. I think the big guy's earned himself another carry or 2 with that run.
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
19 tight. 19. Ready.
They're going play action. Buying some time right. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And this one doesn't go far.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
He's a drive up the middle. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Let's go now.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. How's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down? He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Go.
On 1st down, they'll run. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Okay,
So
ready.
a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Well, there's a case to be made, and a really strong one, that this running back deserves the next touch. I'll tell you this, Kate, defense is going to be keyed up on him. Maybe a great time for a little play-action pass, too.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
Set up. Panther 60. Panther 60. Check go.
They'll try and punch it in. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't on the line. Touchdown denied. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The 49ers make it a two-possession game here in the fourth.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Timberwolves. Ready.
Ward now. This one to Williams out left side. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Makes a tackle. He's still going. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Offense in the hurry up here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
County Lions.
Receiver in motion, going left.
Go.
First down throw here for Ward. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
19 Charger. 19 Charger. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Running with Spears on 2nd down. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's good for a Titans.
Pound the 60. Pound the 60.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let go.
Throwing now on 1st down. Ward. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Looking quickly here.
Viking 18.
6 yards. It's 2nd down.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Rattler. 18 Rattler.
From the gun, it's Ward. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
7 Pirates. Ready. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. On the move, past the 40. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this.
6, come on. 6. 70 Timberwolves.
Desperation time here. And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Set. Ready.
Now we're on the counter. Getting in his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. 2nd and 3 now. Back to the well again. And they bring him down around the 34. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. They give it to him again. Here he goes again. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers have likely locked up the win right there. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21.
42. Titans 21.
Sanders all set to send it away.
Set to kick off.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Go. 19, Tiger, 19. 79. Ready, right?
Starting this time with a design run. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ward setting up to throw. It's taken in by Williams. And he is stopped with authority there. But that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, there's another one to Williams. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Titans have a first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's go now. Pack the 60.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it.
19 tight. 19
Coming
tight.
to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Again, Ward going to the air. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. But that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Hits him on the out route. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Clock isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
He's going to try to throw for it. It'll be the first and more. And they're able to bring him down.
Hustle, hustle.
That's good for a Titans first down.
So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that nice extra time off. So for Brock Ewer and everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.